Hello and welcome back to another Heaven on High and Chill with me, Meoni. This one, basically we're going on floor 61 to 70, so things are starting to heat up quite a bit. So yeah, in this episode, we're going to try and make it through these 10 floors. This is where it starts to get a little bit more heated. As I say, things can go wrong pretty much around every corner, these 10 floors. Usually in these videos, we just chat about random stuff and try and survive the floors. So things we have to worry about on floors 61 to 70. So apparently there's a thing called the Heavenly Wakakuso, which is like a more bowl sproutling, which does a stacking poison dot. So we need to burn through those, and if possible, only pull them when we have all of our tips and tricks, all of our, Contra 6 Day and stuff off of cooldown. We also have a boss to worry about at the end of it. Obviously, there's a boss at the end of every 10 floors if you're unfamiliar with Heaven on High. And yeah, we're obviously going in 99 arm and 99 armor as usual. So let's get in there without further ado. Let's not mess around too much and hopefully make a dent on this. Yeah, that's the goal, right? So here we are. We're on floor 61. We have quite a few commanders. There's only some little bits and pieces we're missing. It would be nice to get a few more petrifications for certain, but we're not in any danger really. The idea of then is to try and keep a decent pace at the same time as collecting treasure chests, as you know. So we're going to start off with this Heavenly Manasuto. That's more bowl that was talked about earlier. So we're going to just nuke this as fast as possible, just simply because of what it is. We need to get off a couple of heals here, I'm afraid, because... wow. Great. That was fun. Oh boy. Hello and welcome back. There was a bit of an interlude between the wipe and me doing this again. Basically, it was a couple of days. And yeah, let's just not talk about that failure before, because I think that it serves just as a reminder that complacency is just the killer of runs, isn't it? Those Morbol Sproutlings, the Heavenly Wakakuso, they are now my nemesis. So, we've done a brand new run to get back up here. We've had 0 wipes, which is obviously what we need to get here in the first place. I was going to show you my commanders, but I don't actually see them in here. So we're going to enter this, but if it goes a little bit quiet where I don't say anything, it's mostly due to concentration. Those Wakakuso are now like... I'm going to try and avoid them like the plague. There's lots of other mobs that can do damage, but yeah, I don't know. I had a nice rest. I've tried to, refresh myself. I've got a nice cup of tea today. We're going to give this another go, okay? So here we are on floor 61 to 70, where we should have been in the previous attempt. Here we go. I'm dreading this. I really am. So apparently other things that I've been reading into that have changed. From 61 and above, the Mimic attack Malice cannot be stunned, apparently. Not that I was stunning it anyway. But anyway, this is what we've got. We've got 3 Magicite. We've got Inferno, Vortex, and Crag. We've got quite a few other commanders, as you can see on the screen. Lots of stuff to help us out. And basically, we're just going to try our best. There's going to be a lot of patrolling stuff. There's one of those Wakakusa. That's the thing, or one of the things that dealt with me last time. I am going to use a strength commander, just simply so that we can do some damage to this. I'm going to pull this back, and we're going to get some sweet revenge on this thing. Because it has that stacking debuff. Look at that debuff, that poison there. Woo! You see how much that took for me to defeat that? And then we've got the debuff eating into me. those Wakakusa have to be dealt with very carefully. I mean, it's 3 stacks, but we had 5 stacks in that clip, if I remember. I mean, that could have very easily ended already. So we have to really be careful. We have a timer, obviously, so we can't mess around too much. I want to clear these, the Manaseto or whatever's, just so I can get to the passageway. But we're just going to burn through this stuff as much as possible. You'll also notice that this is also giving me vulnerability debuffs as well. Jeez Louise. That's absolutely smart. We're going to have to use a Commander of Steel, I think, and just hope that we get one from a chest. These things are hitting way too hard for my liking. Yeah. It's the vulnerability, isn't it? It's just, oof. Need to get the cures off before we get absolutely boned. Thankfully, we dodged one of the attacks there. That's something that we're going to be preying on a lot for this run. Hope that we get as many dodges as possible. Okay. Wait for that to run out. Thankfully, there's been nothing patrolling and killing me yet. Right, so we've cleared the way to that for now. That's unless something spawns. We do need to refresh on our commanders. But we do have damage up and stuff, so we need to make the most of that. Let's pull this fella. Can we pull this guy back? I think we can. There we go. Again, we're going to be fighting on the edges of rooms, in the corridors as much as possible. So this has a debuff as well. Look, we've got concussion from this thing. What an absolute nightmare. Look at the damage this thing does. Unbelievable. Yeah, we got to heal. Oof. Just keep healing, I think. Man, this is tough. 5 seconds on that. So this is where it's really going to slow me down. So I'm looking for stuff that's not going to hit as much. The Manasotos aren't as bad as the other thing, I don't think. We can probably burn through these a little bit easier. The vulnerability is a pain, but it's not as much of a pain as that other squiggly thing. Whew. Apart from the disaster yesterday, I'm doing okay. It's been an interesting weekend. Oh god, we got... See, I just can't wait to not have these monsters. I'm half tempted to use, like, a petro... Yeah, let's just use it. I am done with this stuff already before it's even begun. I don't want to deal with any of their debuffs or any of that crap. I just want to go through here. You know, kill as many of these dudes as possible. Oops. That was me fat fingering my equals key. That's fine. Yeah, quite therapeutic actually when things just die, isn't it? So that was the first floor and we've used like 4 commanders, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. We're good. We'll be fine. Gotta have faith, right? I've got to panic less because I end up pressing pretty much every button on my keyboard. I have a tendency to press stuff instantly, you know, and just hope for the best. Just burn through my CDs, and that's just nerves mostly and quick reaction speeds. So here's the second floor then, 62. Oh my goodness. I am physically sweating in real life because it's taken so much of my own spare time to get back here for this recording with only like a day or so. Commander of Fortune. Okay, we can pop one of those. Get some treasure chests from stuff we defeat. So we've got lots of these Wakakusa. We do have full debuffs and full buffs. I mean, yeah, okay. Let's fight it on our terms, though, yeah? So we're going to pop Embolden. We're just going to blitz you as much as we physically can. Use a combo and hope that we can get it off before it stacks high. Perfect. So we only got 2 stacks of poison that time. So it probably is better just picking something else and then just waiting. I'd rather have this fella than the other fella. Let's grab him, the little seedling fella. The Onryu is not my favorite, to be honest with you. And we do have the situation where we got vulnerability and poison. Not ideal, actually. But, we can deal with this. Okay. Wait for the vulnerability to end. It's all very tense, isn't it? Very tense indeed. We'll just run past this fella, I think. We could have done with that. He pulled anyway. Might as well take care of him. We've got a few bits that we can do. The more abilities like the cones and stuff, the better, really. Because it means that we have more time to react to things. At least I think so, anyway. Just got to make sure that we cure every now and again, otherwise we're going to get too low. Just keep curing basically until we get some stuff like flesh. There we go. That might be the tactic. So we've got 2 chests here. That's a commander of safety. I could do with that, definitely. Just keeping an eye on the clock because it's taking longer already. What did we just get there? Petrification. Okay, so we got back what we spent. That's very lucky of us. So this is the teleport room. There's a patrolling Jabocco. Alright. Come here, fella. I wanna fight you simply because I've not fought you yet. Okay, something to avoid. So far, he's easy as pie in comparison to the rest. And the reason is, doesn't matter how hard he hits, he has no vulnerability debuffs or poison debuffs. So he's instantly my friend. We already did safety, right? Okay, let's take care of one of these goblins. These fellas I'm fine with. I'd much rather have just a room full of these. The seed fellas are just too much. They're just too much for me to handle, I think. It takes too much time and preparation, whereas this sort of stuff you can just burn through. Iwamushi. Let's see. What was in here again? Oh, safety. So that's the beacon activated. Just gonna go over here. That's a lot of safeties, actually. We're gonna take care of this fella, just in case he looks my way anyway. Better to do that, I think. And then we'll teleport up. Since all it's going to give me is safeties, I'm not that bothered, really. One thing we should do, in case there's one next to us, is the accursed horde. It's not on this floor, that's alright then. You know, if it's out of our way, we're not going to go for it. If it's literally in front of us, where we are, then we're going to loot the accursed horde. Absolutely. You know, there's some good stuff from the upper floors, including later of his mounts, isn't there? Wow, that room is literally the Matrix over there. Just lots of squiddies. What's this way? Can we avoid the squiddies? Yeah, we can. We can pull off a couple of them. Oh, there's the accursed horde, you see. That's why the accursed horde is worth popping. Not just simply because it might be in the same room as you have to go to anyway. The likelihood is that they've put traps around that, though. I mean, it's possible. But as long as we take it careful and we deal with the Iwamushi as quickly and effectively as we can, then we shouldn't have any problems here. We don't have a steel on at the moment. We don't have any patrols. That's good. Now, what does the jellyfish do? Do you do a nasty debuff? Probably, right? You're the sort of guy who'd probably do a debuff. No? Just numbing tendril line attacks. He does a lot of damage, actually, to be fair. A lot of damage. Holy moly. Is there, like, a point where you don't do that amount of damage, please? Oof. Let's just combo your ass. Wow. Oh, so we've got 2 Jabocos. We're better off doing this, I think. And then, yeah, fighting one at the back. Because it would have pulled us anyway if we'd stood there. And then just stay out of AoEs, basically. Okay, lovely. Do a combo on you. Since we've got enough. And boom. Okay, we need to heal. We need to heal really badly. I was being a bit confident there. Welcome to watching my health bounce around for 20 minutes. The video game. Yeah, we might need to use a steel, actually. So we've got one coming back. Okay. Let's just wait for the second guy, because there is a chance I have to step out of AoE, and then I'll accidentally pull him. There we go. Okay. There's your AoE. Okay. A few heals plus. These things just hit too hard on these higher floors, don't they? Jeez. Let's get some heals off, please. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? Oof, we've really got to watch that timer. I think it's worth using a steel, actually, just to increase the speed that we're doing this. I'm probably going to regret that, but stuff's hitting too hard. I didn't think it would be hitting this hard, actually. It's quite surprising. It's like half my health in a couple of hits. Yeah, that's a lot better, a lot more manageable, at least. Slide cast that. Oop. Okay, a couple of heals. That still hasn't lit up. That's kind of annoying. So we're going to fight some of these jellies. I don't like jellies, man. Oh, God, I'm going to use a strength as well. I'm going to save at least one strength for the boss, though. Which I've never fought before on my own. That'll be fun. I mean, we've got concussion. I'm glad we used the steel, actually, because this would just take forever if I had to just stay on healing duty. At least like this, I can do some damage. Still not lit. Wow. What a absolute arse. Okay, let's pull this fella. And pull him back. Don't want any jellies with you, my friend. Do a couple of big hits. Ah. So, yeah, the reason I think I died on the previous one, not that you can really see it from the footage, but I was encountering a fair bit of lag. I'm not going to blame lag completely, but it definitely felt that way to me. Hopefully that'll be a thing of the past when we get the internet this week. Well, this next week coming. I don't know, let's pretend the week starts with Sunday. Let's go with that. But it's Sunday at the time of recording. I'm going to be doing some videos in advance at the times that I mention. Oh, great. Perfect. Might be off to what they actually are whenever the video goes out. That's mostly because there's going to be a bit of downtime, presumably. Apparently, with the internet upgrade, it might take a day, it might take 2 days. We're looking at maybe Wednesday, Thursday at this point. Thursday is when it's getting installed. My God, this thing is hitting too hard. Yeah, I'm not taking that. He nearly killed me. Sorry, I know it might be a waste, but what we should do is make the most of that. I know I pussied out, right? I know. People are going to get angry at me for using a petrification. But it's either that or a pointless death that makes no sense, you know? There's a chance that they could have had... oh, crap. They could have had treasure coffers on them. There's one in there. We are going to loot that. I'm torn from just going up or looting the treasure chests, but I think this at this point we're kind of invested in at least a couple of these chests. Yeah, we got a strength back. That's important. Let's take care of this fella without moving too much into the room, obviously. Move around the room. Just slash. Okay, that's good. And what's in you? Commander of Flight. Okay, less monsters. Sure, why not? And then this one is a, please be something useful, a witching. Okay, we're done here. I might have wasted it a little bit, but we did get an extra strength. I don't know. Was it worth the extra minute or so? Probably not. We have 44 minutes and we're on the 3rd floor. We need to step this up a little bit. I might end up using a few Pomanders just to burn through a couple of floors. I don't know. I don't know at this point. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Unknown territory, really. I'm bricking it. You know, we've come so far twice. I don't want to go through this again any time soon. Can't use any items on this floor. Okay. But that's the only restriction, right? Yeah, okay. No Pomanders. That should be fine. If we're careful. If there's a luring trap, though, then obviously that's going to be bad news bears. Because that means I'd have to press that and then a witching, for example, or a petrification. I still think it's probably a good idea not to waste too much. Although we've got jellyfish and stuff over there that I don't want to fight, if I can help it. Might try and skip that. Ah, we got a massive moor ball as well. I was reading about these. They can really mess your day up. Well, any moor ball in any Final Fantasy game does, doesn't it? Alteration? No. So we can't pick that up. I am looking for the cheap chests with the goodies in them. Oh, for goodness sake. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're going to get rid of that in case now. In actual fact, screw this. I'm done. We're going to use this petrification and we're just going to clear the floor. I don't have time to mess around. It doesn't matter to me too much. Just try and kill as many as possible and then loot afterwards, I think, would be the best idea. Okay. Right. So let's loot up a little bit. We've got at least... Are you kidding me, dude? Why is it always a mimic? It's like, oh yeah, you want something, don't you? You really want something. Have a mimic instead. God, I can't stand these things. Get a heal off. Goodness sake. It's like dodging just a bullet every time, isn't it? And it didn't even give me a chest as a victory reward. What a scumbag. So I've got to use a purity again because I really don't want the pogs. It's kind of pointless. Silver chest. Not that that's... No, it's not going to be any worth. Because there's nothing left on the room in the floor plan to actually clear off, is there? Not much anyway. We're being a little bit silly with Pomanders. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. Okay, we've got a patrolling moor ball. Petrification. Okay. What have we got down here? Mushi and jellyfish with a gold chest. Okay. Let's try the moor ball then, I guess. We got damage up for another minute. When does it use bad breath? There it is. Oh no, it's quaver. Is that the same thing? Looks it. Awful breath. We don't want to be in there either. That looks gross. You know what? They're not bad. I quite like those. We will kill a couple of these. No problem. It's just moved from AoEs. I can deal with that. Move from AoE. Bit of an auto attack. Another AoE to avoid. And it's going to do awful breath, right? Well, he's dead, so yeah. Okay, so what have we got in here? We got a Corso de Guy and the actual beacon. Okay, I don't know how hard any of this hits. Let's take care of the Kosudegai thing. Let's try to anyway. Okay. Palsinixis. That's like a paralysis thing, presumably. Has pretty heavy melee hits there, actually. Surprising. And quite a defensive fella. Wow. Who'd have thought it? Okay. Not too bad. That guy's just going to drop poison everywhere, right? Oh, God. Let's try it. Oh, okay. He's a fixed point. Can we lure him down here? Yeah. Right, what do you do, friend? Oh my god, he does a lot of damage. Okay. Yeah. I don't like that. Let's not do that. Dude, he hit me for way more health than I expected him to. I know we just used the petrification that we picked up, but as long as we have one, I'm okay for now. We'll get some more. Don't worry. We'll use this as a looting floor. If there's actually any monsters. I think we actually turned down the amount of monsters there were, didn't we? Right. Okay. The curtain's lit up. Let's get a couple of these. So that's alteration. That turns them into either mimics or thingy. That's fine. If they're mimics, then we'll just blow them to pieces with something. Like maybe a witching and then group them up and AoE them down. Maybe with like a frailty or something. I mean, we do have 3 frailties, so that's a safety. We don't need a safety. So not that worth it. We've got 37 minutes and we're on floor 65, so we need to teleport up now. Gonna grab whatever's in this loot chest. Fortune. Okay. Not useful then. Alright, floor 66. Let's go. Number 66. Give me something good, please. Please, please, please. Really can't stand those jellyfish. And those seed things can go right to hell. Okay. It couldn't have been a Magicite, could it? So we've changed these into Mandragora. Okay. Mandragora are actually really cool if you keep your distance. So if you're a ranged character, it's amazing. You just don't want to be in melee. That's really helpful, actually. But we should be sticking to the sides of a room. Commander of Flight. Yeah, let's reduce the amount of enemies on the next floor. Good idea. Reduces the time that we're here. It reduces the amount of stuff we get back. But what's this? Frailty. Oh, hey. You know what? Sure. Speed me up. Speed me up, daddy. I don't know why I said that, but speed me up, daddy. Right, we've got Belladonna type characters and one of those horrible things. We're not going to go for that chest. I ain't interested in that. Unless we have to. More bowl friend, though. Hey, buddy. Would you like to be counting towards my kill count? Or my ability to get out of here? Is that so, huh? Nice quaver you've got there. Quite like quavers, actually. The crisp. Tasty. Probably a lot tastier than that green sludge. Although I've not had a quaver in many years. Oh, did we get caught? No? We're lucky. That was a bit close. I should have gone the other direction. I walked practically through the AoE or instead of around it. Yikes. Our commanders are looking a little bit sore here, especially on the steel side. It could have easily been a steal in that room, but am I really going to be messing around? Oh, you have to be kidding me. Does stuff have frailty on it? Yeah, it does, right. Let's just kill it then. Let's use a strength. Take one of these fellas down. Bloody caress, okay. That's a move. For sure. Stab, stab. Thank you. Bye-bye. We don't actually need that many more to die. Can we take care of one of these Belladonna things? What is that ability? Oh my god. That looks fun. Said no one. Oh, look away. A look away mechanic. Don't look at whatever that is, huh? Just get out of here. You're horrible and scary, and I don't like you. I don't know what's worse, really. The Seed Boy or the Mobile thing. God, do we have any other options? I really don't like that. Fucking jellyfish. Oh my god. Okay. Just nuke it. Nuke it to pieces. I don't want to see its face. There we go. Oh, we still need another anyway. Okay, make the most of the 6 minutes. Take care of this thing. Back we go. Come on, Kosa Degai. You're required. Your friends need your help. In hell. Still not lit up, is it? Glorious. Right, well, again, we're getting this chest. We're here now. Looks like we might have to kill another Belladonna. I must remember to use witchings. We've not really, like, used many in our run. Oh my god, it's Vortex. How annoying. So basically, I could have just looted that, realized there's a thing, and then gone on a loot spree. Okay. Let's loot these coffers, and hopefully something useful will be in them. Fortune. And a Serenity. Very, very important. Excellent. I would go all the way up there, but we got 32 minutes. And I'm starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable with that. So we're going to go up to floor 67. Might actually blast through one of these floors again with a frailty. Just to make this a little bit simpler for me. Since we're back up to 3 frailties. Let's do that. You never loot bronze chests, by the way. There's either a bomb in there or a potion. It's kind of pointless. Right. I thought there was just one room there. That would be kind of annoying. Lots of jellyfish. Okay. Well, we might as well take care of one of them, right? We've got buffs. Let's just slash it to pieces and hope for the best. There we go. No problems. Now, it looks like we've got a patrolling tree. I'm not sure what the tree does. We might have to be ready to use abilities on that tree. Some crazy stuff. Creeping Ivy, that's fine. So far, tree pretty weak, but he has got a frailty, so... An entangle. Yeah, okay, trees are now fair game. If we see any trees on our voyages, we shall take care of them. Okay, that couldn't have been a magicite, could it? Horrible, stupid thing that I don't want to kill. Okay. What's down here? These are alright, actually. I didn't mind these. Not a problem with them. Just casually take off half its health with my cooldowns. There we go. Oh, the passage is open. We're just going to go for it, boys. We are not going to waste time. And we only killed like 3 or 4 monsters there. I suppose they were like top tier. Let's decrease the amount of enemies on the next floor and increase treasure chests. I need treasure chests to make up for my splurging. So far, not too bad. We're at the 30-minute mark now left. So we need to put the hammer down a little bit. Not too heavily, but it would be good to not rely on stuff too much. Let's see. Let's go this way first. We have got a horrible blind thing. Let's just petrification this. I'm not interested. I'm too worried about the timer, to be honest. I know that sounds bad. But what am I going to do, really? I'm probably not going to reach all of the monsters, sadly. Come on, keep moving. Only got 4 seconds. Can we get the other one? Yes, we can. Alright. Speaking of passages open, all this stuff is unfrozen again now. So we got a steel. Okay, excellent. That's what we want. We want at least 1 steel. We've got 2 steels. That's good. We've got 2 steels and a strength. It'd be so nice if these 2 chests give me a strength and, I don't know, another petrification. Concealments are good, actually. Surprisingly. Is there anything I can nab in here that's not too... Yeah, I can get that. Easy peasy. Alteration. You know what? I quite like the alterations. We're going to pop one. I do like the chance that there'll be Mandragora and they'll be one-shottable. And if it's mimics, like I say, we group them up and we burn them down. So what's this? Alteration again. Okay. So 68, so we're on to floor 69. We've got 28 minutes. We need to cook with gas for this last floor before the boss. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. I'm not interested in that. We'll frailty this up. And then we're going to burn this tree to the ground. We've got to be quick. I am really nervous right now. It's crazy. If you could get heartbeat monitors, I think you can. I might get one. My heart is pumping crazily right now. I know it shouldn't, right? It's heaven on high. Wow, so thrilling, Meoni, but I am absolutely insanely on edge right now. Just get rid of it, please. I didn't know I had a poison debuff. Oh, that is a good poison debuff as well. Nice. Ouch. I don't think we looted this. Purity. Okay, we've got a cleanse for pox. That's good to have, because we don't have one currently. Got another tree boy. Okay, take care of the tree boy. Come here, buddy. Come into my parlor. Yes. You will be burnt to the ground. Down with trees. We'll breathe methane instead. I don't know. Oh dear. Okay, that couldn't have been a Magicite, could it? Lesser evil. None of them. What's in here? Apart from... Oh, quivering coffers. You know what? Yeah, let's do this. I'm interested now. Come on, come here. It's lovely weather. Now die. Wow, that actually hit really hard. What the hell? Are you kidding me? Why did they hit so hard? I didn't realize they would hit that hard. But they're not... Why would they be scaled up so painfully, even though they were transformed? It took me 9 hours to get a run that went to where we currently are for a second time. 9 hours. That's because of constant deaths to silly things on the way up to the top floors. There's only me to blame, but I did not realize that the quivering coffers, even though you transformed them, would still hit for their normal damage values. I mean, look, we got hit for how much? Let's have a look here. 11,000, 7, 3, and then the final one was a 98. There's very little for me to say other than, wow, what a catastrophe. Yeah, I guess we start at number 1 again and go all the way up. I am determined to do this. But perhaps solo is too much for me at this point. I don't know. Sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes in disbelief right now. You know when you spend so much time making something, or like trying to record something, and then people don't realize how long it takes to actually to record it and to prepare for it and to actually find the time to do this stuff in amongst your usual video schedule or whatever. And then for a failure like this, again, I mean, it's to be expected. It's heaven on high. You can fail at any time. But it really cuts deep. Because then you've got this weird nagging feeling in your head, like, should you really include this section, or should you just level all the way back up again and then replace after the first wipe that we had at the start of the video? After that, we'll just replace it with a completely different run, or do we upload this separately? I'm favoring the upload separately thing, just to show you how badly you can fail at something. But I'm sure people will backseat the heck out of us and say, oh, you should have done this, oh, you should have done that. I don't know. Those top floors, 61 to 70. Yeah, they're not peaceful mode, are they? You've really got to blow through a lot of Pomandas to make it anywhere. I don't know. I can apologize, but you know, I'm just hoping that you enjoyed the journey so far. We are gonna do more of this, but give me a few days. Yeah, I've tried to make this run happen. Like I say, it's been 9 hours in the making. I stayed up last night to try and get a run back to floor 31. Then I spent all day today getting it back up to here, past Scylla. And then we were like, right, let's go in, let's have a cup of tea and let's record this. But what have I learned from this? Quivering coffers? Well, 2 things. Firstly, the Morbol seedlings, the Heavenly Wakakuso, only attack them when you have everything up. The seedling type thing, like the little plant that's like on its stem, those things hit like a truck. Avoid them like the plague unless you've got everything off cooldown. And quivering coffers apparently scale to the point where they can deck your face in even when you turn them into something other than a quivering coffer, and can end a run on floor 69. I just realized that I ended the run on floor 69. Nice. You got to see the funny side of it, right? I could be all moody and grumpy, but there's no point. I personally have enjoyed the journey so far. I know that some of you might have. I know it's a little bit like different, and it's got probably a lower audience than the rest of the stuff I could make, but I really just wanted to do it for myself. And for the people that have joined me on the journey so far, you know, thank you kindly for that. Looks like we got timed out. We're getting teleported out here. It really means a lot to me to hear all of the pleasantries from people and to know that people actually enjoy the stuff I do. For lots of other videos that are unrelated to this and, you know, more structured stuff that isn't live and failure filled, feel free to check out the channel. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Now to grind all the way up from floor 1 again. Yikes. That's 69 floors. Let's do that another day. Maybe tomorrow I'll think about recording that, eh? I'll think about it. What a failure. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I really am. Bye.